You know, the better and better he gets, the harder I find it to believe that Austin Reaves somehow went undrafted. And yet, here we are. He's now 26, continuously is getting better, has really no end in sight to his ceiling, and many fans are continuously in denial about it too. I mean, we're on now what, year number 3 of fans saying that, well, he won't get better after this season. Many saying after his rookie season that, well, he is a 23, near 24-year-old rookie, so he probably should have been this good and won't get better after this season. And then he went on to average 13 points per game, 3 rebounds, and about 3.5 assists per game in year number 2. Then with May saying after that, well, okay, he got a little bit better, but he won't get much better after this. Then with him proceeding to average about 16, 4, and 5 on a 37% 3-point shooting, playing a starters level workload and having a great year all around. And then fans saying once again, well, he finally hit a ceiling. He won't go beyond this, he won't become an all-star or borderline all-star, which is now looking pretty foolish, with Reaves now being up to about 20 points per game, 4.5 rebounds per game, 6 assists per game, shooting a 45% clip from the field, 36.3% from 3, while taking about 7.2 3-point shot attempts per game. That's about a borderline all-star, and no, he still might not be at his ceiling. And well, with that in mind here, how much better can the guy truly get? And how the Lakers unlocked a hidden star here with Austin Reaves? Well, that's up to interpretation, but at this point, are you really willing to bet against the guy? I don't know about you guys, but I'm definitely not. So we're going to talk about what he has done for their team, what he may continue to do for their team, and the long-term outlook with Austin Reaves. And well, to begin, I think we gotta talk about the past month the guy's had now. Throughout the month of March here, Austin's been putting up about 24.2 points per game, 5.3 rebounds per game, 5.6 assists per game to only 2.5 turnovers per game, 1 steal per game, shooting about 48% from the field, 36.5% from 3, on about 8 attempts per game at that, becoming their second option with LeBron hurt, oftentimes even a 1A role, with either Luka and or LeBron struggling from the field and therefore taking over for them, and becoming a big part of their quote-unquote big 3, oftentimes even the 1A or 1B part of that too. And then if you trim that down to their past 10 games, 5 of which LeBron did not play in, Austin averaged about 27.2 points per game, and yes, that many per game, on a 52.5% clip from the field, 35.9% from 3, while attempting about 9 3-point shot attempts per game, and then not to mention on a 95.9% clip from the free throw line, only attempting about 5.4 free throw attempts per game. So no, they're not all coming at the free throw line, not simply a foul baiter, which many people refer to him as, getting to the rim, shooting great from the field and from the 3-point line, not to mention averaging about 6.4 assists per game to go with it, on only about 2.5 turnovers per game, and then about 1.3 steals per game on defense too. Great month for him, great past 10 games for him, and showing what he can do as a top 2 option, which could potentially lead to him becoming a borderline, if not legitimate all-star in the future, if he can fill that role for their team going forward anyway. And really the best part about that 10-game stretch for him, at least for me anyways, was what it led up to last night and how well Austin played. And not only him, but all 3 of himself, Luka Doncic, and LeBron James together on the court. Finally having a great game between all 3 of them. Not only 1 or 2, but all 3 played great, both offensively and pretty good defensively, and Austin actually having the best game between them. Dropping 31 points, 7 rebounds, 8 assists, only 3 turnovers, going 5 of 8 from beyond the arc, and kind of looking like their 1A option, or at least they can be that for them. And then again with Luka playing well, dropping 29 points to Austin's 31 points, LeBron having a 25, 6, and 8 game, Luka having 8 rebounds and 9 assists to go with it, them combining for well over 80 points, not to mention about 30 rebounds and assists between the 3 of them. Absolutely incredible game, and showing that they kinda can be a big 3 quote-unquote, if you want to call them that and use that terminology with them. I for one really don't care about that. The main point about it, and the most important part to me, is that Austin Reaves is proving that he can be a big part of their team, and even at times lead their team, even with those 2 on the court with him. And then the part about that I love even more, is that those 3 are slowly but surely learning to work together on the court too. I mean, take this play for example. At about the 7:50 mark of the first quarter, here we have LeBron coming up to set an inverted screen for Austin Reaves. Luka has the ball at the top. Reaves cuts, gets the ball from Luka Doncic in the middle. Desmond Bane switches onto him. Austin could have taken it to the rim, but draws the attention of both Jaren Jackson, Zach Edey, and Desmond Bane on him, having the attention of all 3 defenders right in the middle of the court, directly freeing up Rui Hachimura, dishing it out to him for a wide open 3-point shot that he does make. And again, the part I love about it, the play incorporated all three of Austin, Luka, and LeBron, but then a role player actually scored from it, directly benefiting from the attention those three draw on the court, and a play that actually worked between all three of them as well. And no, it was not a one-time thing for them. Only a couple plays later down the court, Redick drew up another play for them, in a very similar and pretty much identical set. This time LeBron coming up a bit higher to set more of a cross screen for Reaves, Reaves faking the cut, kind of pushing Ja Morant into the LeBron screen, cutting back out to the 3-point line, getting the pass from Luka Doncic, squaring up and knocking down a wide open 3-point shot from a play that again incorporated all three of LeBron, Luka, and Austin Reaves, this time with Reaves actually scoring on the play too. And quick side note, but this right here is why I'd really want to play Memphis if I'm the Lakers in round 1 of the NBA playoffs. Simply put, they do not defend guards or the 3-point line that well, especially guard action between a guard like Austin Reaves and a forward like LeBron, which incorporates both Desmond Bane and Ja Morant in the same action, kind of taking away Jaren Jackson or Zach Edey from the play, and making those two defend, communicate, and switch on a play, which they really don't tend to do very well. But quickly going back to the plays that I showed between those three, and I know what you might be thinking about them, the Lakers have Luka Doncic and LeBron James, and yet, the beneficiary of the play between the three of them became Austin Reaves, and yes, it did, it has been, and likely will continue to be that way sometimes too. Not only from his skill set during the matchup, but simply from how much they trust the guy. Not only JJ Redick, but legitimately LeBron and Luka Doncic too. They trust him to make the right play, he's proven to do it, and not only for himself, but then for the open teammate, whether it be one of those two, or then for a role player like Rui Hachimura like I showed before, Austin Reaves has proven to be able to do it, and that's why they have so much trust in him. Everyone from JJ Redick to LeBron James down to Luka Doncic, which they have talked about, and Austin talked about how much he appreciated that post-game last night.
Going back to that first round series a couple years ago, maybe when you really earned the trust of your teammates, and certainly LeBron James, it had already been there to an extent, but what is that kind of fast forward to today and all the trust that all of your teammates and coaches have for you to come through in moments like this in crunch time?
Yeah, I mean, it means a lot to me because, you know, me, Bron, and Luka and JJ met this morning, and those are two. I mean, obviously Bron's someone that I grew up watching, and then when Luka came in the league, he was one of my favorite players to watch, and for them to trust me in big situations is you know, it builds my confidence a lot. You know, I probably know over 100 people in here tonight from Arkansas, so just to come out here and play free and have fun is a lot of fun for me.
You know, I absolutely love how humble Austin is and how much he appreciates and respects those two. But what I absolutely don't want him to do, and not to say that he did this year, is put himself below those two. No, he might not be the name that Luka or LeBron obviously is, but he definitely is kind of in that category with them, at least in regard to their team. Whether you're talking about production overall, the role they play for their team, and what he's proven to be for their team, he definitely can be put in that category in my opinion. And no, I'm not saying that he'll continue to lead their team in scoring or production every game, average about 27 points per game every week, or anything along the lines of that for sure. But what I am saying, and the main point about it, is that he's become a gigantic part of their team, even to the point of a big 3 level kind of production, is definitely a bigger part of their team than many give him credit for, and could become even better for their team than he is right now in the not so distant future. And then for the final cherry on top here, gotta mention his current contract. Simply put, if you're getting that kind of production from a guy making only about $12.9 million this season, $13.9 million next season, and then only about $14.8 million in 2027, then yeah, that's absolutely bang for your buck kind of value, and probably the best contract in the entire league. And with all of that being said here, what do you guys think? How do you feel about what Austin Reaves has shown for their team lately, the role they fill for their team, and then what he might be able to do, or may not be able to do, for their team in the not so distant future? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. But I think that'll pretty much do it for this one. And if you enjoyed the video, then I would greatly appreciate it if you dropped a like, subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and hit that notification bell to never miss out when I upload a video. But as always, thank you for watching and have a great day or night.